I want to know, as a game developer and owner of Newgrounds, what's the most Rockstar moment you've had? I mean, I'm talking like you dropped off in LA, you were at a club doing blow off a stripper's tits.
I see the videos of this guy. I see the videos of this guy doing coke off those hookers.
Yeah, I want to know what's the most Rockstar moment that you've
seen. That moment.
Yeah, and if it's too intense, we'll bleep out some details.
I saw Tom do coke off his own dick once.
That's hot.
No, yeah, it's.
Would you consider that a rock star moment?
Oh yeah,
no, I don't know if I've really had a serious rock star moment.
He was in the middle of the dance floor when he did it.
He hired some babes to dress like Alien Hobbit and just go around him.
We had that party at the Trocadero once.
All right.
And Shock and I performed like FDA live on stage, and then these girls came up and took off their shirts and had Newgrounds stickers on their boobs.
Did they really?
Yeah, so that was like pretty interesting.
I like how you say boobs. On their boobs.
But
that's awesome.
But yeah, no, I don't know. Just the few times that I've been recognized by people, like if I'm with someone who doesn't, like let's say I'm with one of April's friends, husbands or boyfriends somewhere, and someone recognizes me, that it's like really surreal because I'm not like, no one knows that I do anything that anyone cares about.
I've been there. I've seen kids recognize Tom out of nowhere, and I'm just like,
it really doesn't happen much.
Like that one kid who recognized you from across the street and he ran over to you to get your autograph and got hit by your car.
We were just eating food.
Oh yeah, Rockstar moment.
Can I build up your question, Vic? Can I ask you who's the most famous person you met because of Newgrounds? Like what's the furthest you've gotten?
All right, so I won an award for there's the Flash Forward conference. And it was the Hammerstein Ballroom in New York, and I won the award for best Flash games. Ooh. And I got to shake hands with Chuck D on stage.
Who?
Chuck D from Public Enemy.
Oh.
Who?
So that,
I don't actually know.
So anyway,
why is he in Flash Forward?
I don't know. He must have been into Flash at the time.
All right.
Didn't the guys from the room fucking fly you guys out and blow you all or something?
No. I talked
to
Jeff.
The guy here.
Yeah, Jeff was there.
Jeff's a weird third wheel.
I don't want to. I don't. Then this is about Tom, but this is a story I could definitely tell.
Yes.
Jeff's a weird third wheel. This whole
Tom's talking to Greg Stestero, who played Mark in their room, and these two became kind of buds on Facebook. Mark was like ever since Mark played Greg Mark. Ever since Tom and I made the Room game, and ever since he played the game, I guess he's been like a super fan of Tom's, and they got chatting, and he's like, "Hey Tom."
Wait, he made the game. You were a huge part of that, right? You and Chris made music for it.
Well, you did everything that you see. You did all the visuals.
Tom transcribed the entire fucking movie and then filled in all the plot holes. Well, himself. Tom just took it upon himself to fill in all the plot holes.
What do you mean when you walk in on like Denny jerking off?
Yeah, like there's the part where the character disappears mid-movie. Tom
and then you just go find him.
There's a lot of stuff in the movie that doesn't really follow a proper order, so you have to tie it all together, and also you have to.
It's like jumbled.
Like if you're seeing everything through Johnny's perspective, then you have to fill in the parts where that Johnny wasn't part of, and tell the story where Johnny wasn't in the scene. You need to find the way to have that story come into Johnny's
OCD
life.
is.
You put more fucking effort than Tommy was on to.
Did you figure out how many days there were in the movie? How many days passed? Because like when they play the game and he sleeps every night, Tom actually figured that out. Like, every technical day in the movie that passes.
Did you end the story arc for Claudette's breast cancer or no?
Oh no, yeah, that's probably the one thing we didn't touch on.
She did DLC. Claudette's breast cancer.
DLC.
So what happened, Jeff? Well,
yeah, Greg invited Tom down to Philly. He's like, I'm doing a script reading. And I'm doing a book signing, and I'm gonna. It's a whole thing. So Tom's like, "Hey, you just want to go along?" And I'm like, "Yeah, all right, sure." So we went down to this event with Greg, and he's on stage, and it was pretty cool. It was like he showed a bunch of behind the scenes video interviews. He showed Tommy Wiseau doing these weird commercials from back before he did The Room.
Now, is this like banquet hall event, or is this like back of the bar? They cleared out some tables.
I don't know what you'd call it.
It was actually a morgue that had been converted into like an event space.
It had a balcony. It was a cool space.
Was it quaint?
Not too quaint. It was packed though. It was packed with people. Okay. Packed with super Room fans.
Were they all dressed as the characters and stuff?
Did they all have their fucking plastic?
They invited
ready?
people up on stage to do readings, and a lot of them nailed it. Really, honestly,
Nice.
they all they did the voices. Everybody was like flamboyant, enthusiastic about it. Everybody was having a fucking ball.
In other words, it was hell for you.
No, I liked it. Because I like I got obsessed with the movie after Happy Harry showed it to us, and that's why we made the fucking game.
Right.
So the whole event went pretty swimmingly, and at the end, when Greg's like, "All right, I'm gonna do my book signing," and Tom and I get in line, and keep in mind, this is the first time in my life I've ever asked for an autograph from fucking anybody.
Did you really want it, or were you just being polite?
I was like, I wanted the book. I wanted to read the book. So I'm like,
You might as well just sign.
I felt
You might as
awkward
well.
about it. I felt awkward. I'm like, I hope
You
this.
can't tell that to
I'm
somebody.
like, I don't know how I'm gonna handle this because I've never asked anybody for an autograph before. And Tom, I guess Tom goes first. I think because those two are chatting it up about the instant best friends. They're taking pictures together. I mean, I don't know what to say. I'm like, hey, man, I wish everybody could have a friendship like this between Tom and Greg. And he's like, hey, man, he's like asking, he's like, come to Hollywood when we make the movie. This is before this was even public knowledge. He's like, hey, man, we're making a movie, and you're invited.
I didn't get invited to the movie.
Well, the premiere.
I was hoping. No, I didn't get invited to the premiere. I'm hoping.
Right.
It still happened.
If the movie gets made.
My dream is getting invited to the premiere. And
So... And
room too.
the whole time I felt like this weird dickhead, like on the sidelines, where
You guys are fucking nerds.
no. So I grab a book. They give me a book, and I'm like, oh boy, here we go. And I go up and I'm like, hey, Greg, how's it going? And I shake his hand, and I'm like, hey, I'm a fan. I didn't know what to say. And then he opens the book, and the book was already pre-signed. It was pre-signed. So I'm like, he's like. I guess I'll just sign it again. It's like.
Wait, where did you get the book to begin with?
They had a pile there that they were just giving everybody in line to go up, get signed by Greg. But I guess there was a pile that was pre-signed. I don't know what they were doing with those.
Yeah, one time I was I was going through the airport of Philly and I bought that book and it was pre-signed.
Yeah,
It was weird.
I don't know.
Do you think it was really signed?
Yeah, no, it's signed. Like,
by the
with
way,
Pyro.
did you read it? That's a really
I
fun
love that book. It's great.
I still gotta read it actually.
Yeah, The Disaster Artist.
I read it in like 2 days.
I'm really excited for the movie. I hope they don't do a lazy job
I
on
think
it.
James Franco has like Tommy's droopy eye and shit.
Yeah.
Wait, they're actually doing a movie
Yeah,
of
James
the making
Franco
of the room?
and
Seth Rogen.
Is Seth Rogen in it or just helping produce?
I'd say he's
Oh
just helping.
yeah,
helping
no.
write
I
and
think I
stuff.
saw. I think I heard about that.
Really? I had no
He was
idea.
really good.
this
It looks
was
like Tommy
happening.
was over
I had no
Yeah,
idea
that's
fucking it was
what I'm
another
saying.
James
He's got
Franco
the saggy
project.
head.
I thought it was just like some other people who just took the reins.
He did mention the game in the book, right?
Yeah.
He just mentions
And he
it.
said, "Thanks, Jeff, for that awesome artwork."
He prints your face out in
And neither of our
text.
names are mentioned there.
I'm forgotten.
Although there was a documentary coming out about the room, and they came over to interview. You didn't want to be in that.
That's
interview.
true.
So
That's
see,
true.
sometimes you just gotta.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm guilty.
You're gonna get Jack Kirby'd if you sideline yourself
Jack
too much.
Kirby.
But
I'm good at sidelining myself.
So meanwhile, while you were getting your book double signed, Tom was out having sushi and margaritas.
I was taking pictures of these two.
It's those awkward moments, like, hey, can you take a picture of us the whole time? And you never got it.
I don't know who was more infatuated with who. Just kidding.
Who posted more Facebook photos of the other?
Greg really wanted to meet Tom. All I know is that.
well, I don't think Greg posted a Facebook. I posted a picture.
But just to say too, like a lot of the cast members played through the game.
Yeah.
Denny
It's Lisa.
liked it.
Nice.
Lisa, I think Lisa. I don't know. We
Probably
didn't treat Lisa very
You
well.
drew her
in
like
the
a
game.
fucking troll in
Yeah, you
bed.
drew with a toe with like these like circle.
My fault.
It's like carved.
I love how you get very little credit when it comes to the success of it or how funny it is, but for anything that they don't like, it would just drop
It
on
all
your
falls on you,
shoulders.
yeah.
Yeah.
When I was doing the music for that, I was on a fucking shitty like Windows XP in my mom's utility room.
Well, you nailed it.
Yeah.
Somehow. So I said to Chris, I'm like, listen, I want the soundtrack from this movie, The Room, but as like a Pokemon theme. I didn't know what the hell we were gonna get back, and Chris fucking nailed it. It was just like perfect.
Yeah, Harry Purchase had a little tiny bit at the end too. You can help me with
Did
it.
he? Yeah. I mean,
Shout out to Harry.
it's actually catchy. It's actually
Rest
a
in
really
peace.
good battle theme.
Yeah, it was
Like,
cool. That was good times.
Yeah.
That was my first Newgrounds collab. Well, proper
And
one.
now look how ugly you are.
No.
Yeah, that was fun.